Hey everyone, my name is Aaron Kaiser, and I am a second year graduate student at Western Kentucky University in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I live in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Um, I live off of Greater Pond Road, which is a pretty quiet neighborhood for the most part. We do get a lot of traffic that goes through, but since the COVID virus, um, traffic has died down quite a bit, but we still get quite a bit. Um, some personal demographics. I'm 48 years old. Um, I live I live with my fiance and our two sons. My fiance's name's Danielle Knight, and um, our sons are Johnny Knight and David Knight. Um, we also have my elderly mother in the house, Ruby Kaiser. She is 88 years old. Um, we also have visitation from my two of my daughters, I should say. Um, Gwyneth Kaiser, who lives in Tennessee. She's 17 years old, and Brenna Kaiser, who lives in Macon, Georgia. She's 9 years old. Um, I think I forgot to mention Johnny Knight is 17 and David Knight is 20. And my fiance and I also have a daughter, Elizabeth Knight, who we call Lizzie, and she's 21 years old. So, needless to say, we have a house full. Um, and we have all been practicing social distancing, and it's it's been it's been very much a struggle on a couple levels. One of the issues that I've had to deal with is that there's a split in the household on kind of attitude towards the COVID virus. I lie on the more cautious side of things, whereas my fiance is very upset about the COVID virus, and especially the lockdown of everything within the community and such. She is a teaching assistant for ESL at one of the local elementary schools, and but just the whole lockdown thing has caused quite a bit of strife and underlying stress, I think, overall in the house. We do all get along very well, so my I will admit, though, my elderly mother does drive everyone a bit crazy from time to time. Well, I should rephrase, daily, but we all love her and try to deal with the things that she does the best we can. So this vlog, I guess it's vlog, yeah, video blog, is designed to be a project for ethnographic video class for anthropology, but it's also where, pretty much as a class project, since we had to change everything due to social distancing. This project is now pretty much turned into a documenting of the crisis here, the pandemic that's going on around the world. Excuse me, I drop on the questions. Um, some of the questions that I'd like to talk about for the first vlog is maybe some university student perspectives. And one of the questions here says, what are your perspectives of how the university handled this situation? I think Western Kentucky University did a very great job at handling this situation. And they were on top of everything. They were, in my opinion, leading from the front, which I'm always impressed with when that happens. But they had pretty much decided the social distance much quicker than any of the other organizations in the community. I thought the president did a very good job of staying on top of things, and whatever committees there were that were involved in the process, I tip my hat to them. They did a very outstanding job. I definitely feel like I've been kept informed through emails, in the website and such, and I think the professors have done an excellent job at having to scramble to create alternatives for the traditional classroom environment by moving everything to online and such. I know it's been stressful for students, but I think students need to take in perspective as well just how stressful our professors have probably been in this whole situation as well, having to change the syllabus and creating PowerPoints and Zoom classroom meetings and all this sort of thing, all in a very, very short time. It says, how do you feel about all your classes suddenly being delivered through an alternative means? And do you have computer access at home? I personally do have computer access. I'm sure there are some students who might not have computer access, but which is probably horrible for them in the sense that, if you're practicing social distancing, a lot of places that would offer computers are closed and you wouldn't be able to use them there. You might be able to have, if you have a housemate or something like that, be able to share something. But, if you don't, I'm not sure what's being done for those students. But I'm trying to deal with the switch to everything video as best as I can. It is a bit stressful for me because though I like technology, I'm not necessarily a technology guy. I'm not used to using technology like this video recording, for instance. I've never done a video recording, especially of myself, on my cell phone. So this is a completely new experience for me, and I guess on a good note that it teaches me skills that I probably do need here in the 21st century, especially getting ready to go back out into the workforce because I'm going to be graduating here this spring. But again, I think I have to put it in perspective, and I think that overall, I think the WKU faculty has done an outstanding job at trying to save this semester and doing the things that they've done. As far as me, I don't like everything being on video, but I'm okay with it. I mean, I have to do it. It has to get done. And I am a veteran, and I was in the infantry, and one of the big things in the infantry is overcome and adapt. And sometimes you just have to do that. Sometimes, we also had a saying in the military, especially in the airborne infantry, which I served in, was embrace the suck. And yeah, this stinks. This sucks. But, try to make the most of it. You know, you either do it or you don't. And my choice is to do it. It's asking about graduating seniors, reacting to the indefinite postponement of commencement or other senior year celebrations. Well, I can honestly say, considering I'm not a senior, I am a second year graduating graduate student, but I did participate in my graduation ceremony from WKU in 2001 only because I did it really for my parents, because I was the first in our line to graduate college. So I really did it for them. I'm not really keen on crowds and such, and I do suffer from some things like PTSD and stuff. So large crowds make me nervous, and so I try to avoid such things to keep my anxiety down. But it's not really that big a deal to me. But I understand if it's a big deal for other people, because people do work very hard to graduate, and it's kind of like their moment in the sun, and I can understand being upset. And as a dad of basically two high school seniors who's supposed to be graduating, and we're kind of in the same boat. But both my kids, Johnny and Gwyneth, they're taking it in stride. I think they understand that really the importance of it being postponed, and I think that that they're handling it very well. And as far as I'm in the folk studies department, working on my master's degree in folk studies, and of course, one of the folklore traditions of the department is the hooding ceremony. And as far as I know, this will be the first year that we haven't had a hooding ceremony, and I haven't heard yet as to whether or not they are going to postpone it and do it later. But I guess me and my cohort have made folklore history in the department, and being the year that maybe we don't have a hooding ceremony. So, everyone will eventually look back and say, well, this is how I survived the COVID crisis of 2020. And maybe it's not having these ceremonies, but what's important at the end of the day is, for these individuals to be recognized by family and peers. I'm not necessarily concerned over the quality of the education. It's probably not what it would be in class, obviously, and even our videos that we were making. I was working with Sam Kendrick. He was my partner, and we were actually doing memorial tattoos that veterans put on themselves. And we went through some work to create the documents for IRB to get it approved and such. But at the end of the day, this is a new project. This is even a new medium to use, with it being cell phones and such. And I'm okay with it. Um, it's new. Um, you know, I am asked about what experiences our international students are having. I am kind of worried. Two of my cohort are Iranian students, and I'm very close to one. Her name's Zara. She's in my cohort, and I helped Zara out when she first came here a lot in trying to uh, help her with the study traditions and how to study for our tests and stuff like that. And we worked a lot together, and we're very good friends. And I do worry. I mean, she has an apartment as a graduate student, and she is a graduate assistant, so I do know she has at least some money coming in to be able to pay her bills and stuff like that, because they have not cut our graduate assistantships. But her family back home, I'm not sure if they have been really affected by this, but I did hear through news sources that Iran has been hit pretty hard, and the fact that the U.S. has sanctions on Iran currently and stuff, which makes it difficult for them to get needed supplies to help their citizens and stuff. That kind of gets under my skin a little bit. I mean, I understand politics and stuff like that, but in a crisis like this, I think certain things have to kind of go by the wayside, and I don't know. That's just kind of where I stand on that. Above everything, I tend to be a humanist, and I try to do things to help people when I can, and I believe that we should always help each other out, no matter what backgrounds, culture, political backgrounds, whatever. I mean, in time of crisis, everyone's got to come together and work together, and in order to save the human race. And we have the potential of this virus. I mean, it's already taken out quite a few, and when you put it in perspective of something like the Black Plague, yes, it hasn't taken out as many as Black Plague, which basically took out 1/3 of the European population during its time. But there's always the potential of something like that happening if people don't take stuff like this seriously. So, well, I hope you enjoyed my first vlog, and I plan to come back and discuss other topics, and keep you updated on whether or not I have survived all the personalities in the household, mainly my mother, and keep you posted about us and what we're doing, and about everything with Western and Bowling Green. So, to everyone, cheers.